Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is October 30th, 2019. My name is Nick Santiago. Thank you all for tuning in this morning. All right, today we have a lot of economic data just released, GDP and a few other things. You can check it all out for yourself. Really what we care about is price action, and you're going to see that the futures right now are trading higher by 3/4 of a point. Right now they're sitting at 36.5 per contract. So that's where we are. We'll see how this market plays out today. As you all know, the FOMC is concluding their two-day meeting, so we'll have a Fed decision at 2 p.m. Most traders and investors are expecting the Fed to cut the Fed funds rate by 1/4 point, so we'll see if that does happen. I don't think the cut really matters one way or the other. I think that's already baked into the cake, and we'll see how this market does going forward. We have a lot of earnings to talk about today, so let's get started there. And then we have a big one tonight, Apple, after the closing bell. All right, let's start with AMD, Advanced Micro Devices. That stock right now is trading at $32.72. Right now it's trading at closed at 33.05. Right now trading at 32.72. So you can see after hours it was all over the map and really just a little bit below the flat line. I don't think we can make too much out of this. We'll look at this one once the opening bell rings. I'm not going to give any levels here because it just really aren't any great ones to give. So again, we'll look at this one once the opening bell rings and we'll see what it tells us at that point in time. Let's take a look at another one here, GRMN, which is Garmin. Garmin right now trading at around $94. This closed at $87.91. So this is a pretty good pop for Garmin. You can see briefly it traded above the 97 level. So this is making new multi-year highs, not all-time highs, but multi-year highs. So good little pop there for Garmin. When I look at the stock right now, I got to think if it can hold up here, it's probably going to go to 100. That's where you probably look for your resistance point at the moment. Next up, I want to take a look at Zendesk. This is a leading cloud software name. Stock is trading at $70 a share, closed at $66.41. So good pop there for ZEN, and we'll see how it plays out. When I look at the stock at the moment, I have to think if it gets up to around 75 or 76, that's where you're really going to run into a wall of resistance. At the moment, it's fine right here. Nothing great, but nothing bad either. Let's take a look at General Electric. They reported earnings as well. Stock closed at $9.07, now trading at $9.87. That's a great little pop for GE. We'll see if it can work its way back up to the $10 area. I have to think that's probably in the cards. When you look at the daily chart here, if you roll this all the way back, you'll see that's where you start to see the breakdown take place around 10, all the way up to around 1070. So GE, great little pop today. We'll see where it goes. But again, if you own it, trail the stop loss. If you don't own it, I wouldn't do much with it at this stage of the game. Let's take a look at Mattel, MAT. They reported earnings. This stock is reacting nicely to the earnings announcement. I don't know what they said, but the stock is trading at $12.72, closed at $10.56. So good little move for Mattel today. One level I would watch, I don't know if it gets there, would be right around $13.40, $13.50. That's probably a fade opportunity. Next up, let's take a look here at CHRW, and this is a transport name. Stock is getting hit this morning. Closed at $90.52, now trading at $84 a share. This was already overbought, so I think the news was factored in. Good little pullback here. A lot of support still on the daily chart around 83. So again, we'll see how it looks once the opening bell rings. Next up, Royal Caribbean. So this is a stock that's been chopping around in choppy waters the last couple of months. Today it's trading at $14.50 a share, closed at $13.27. They reported earnings. I think they cited the hurricane for their misses, but nonetheless, it's hanging in there pretty well. So I don't have any problem with it. I just don't see it going a lot higher from here. Next up, we want to take a look at Yum Brands. They reported earnings. Stock is trading at 106, closed at 109.72. So you got a little quick haircut, has come back a little bit. We'll see how it plays out a little bit later. I don't want to make too much out of this pre-market activity. It's just not enough participation there. Yum Brands China also reported earnings. That is trading at $42.75. That closed at $43.56. A level I love for this, if by some chance it gets there, would be around 39.5 to 39.25. I think that's a buying opportunity. Next up, I want to take a look at Wingstop, WING. This is catching a nice pop today. This stock closed at $83.69, now trading at $87.86. So good little pop there for Wingstop. We'll see if it can hold its gains. Again, ton of resistance today at $95 if it gets there. Remember, this is a stock that does not trade 1 million shares a day. Those stocks can go higher than most people think, and when they fall, they can go a lot lower than most people would ever expect. So just be aware of that. Let's take a look at Grubhub. They're in the news today with a downgrade. Yeah, that stock's getting hit a little bit more. Closed at $33.11, now trading at $31.72. Anytime you have a catastrophic fall the way Grubhub did, you're going to get downgrades coming in afterwards, and that always can push the stock around a little bit, usually a little bit lower in this case. Next up, Electronic Arts. That is trading at $94 a share. It closed at $94.40, but look at the after hours yesterday. This went all the way above 99, all the way down to 89, now settling back at the flat line. So very, very interesting to see. We'll look at this one once the opening bell rings. This could also affect some other names like Take-Two Interactive. You want to keep that on the radar, as well as ATVI, which is Activision Blizzard. Again, that is getting a nice little bid at the moment. So we'll be watching Electronic Arts today, and we'll see where it goes. All right, let's switch gears here a little bit. Let's go over to the gold market. Gold futures trading up about $3. I don't want to make too much out of it. Right now, gold futures sitting at around $14.93 an ounce. So we'll keep an eye on that today. We'll see how that plays out. It looks like we do have crude oil trading down a little bit at the moment. Looks like that's down about 24 cents. We're not going to make too much out of that one either. We'll see how it plays out once the opening bell rings. Once again, if you have not done so, come on over, check out the live day trading room. It's been a great 2019. We're going to look to keep that going all the way into the end of the year. You can trade right alongside of us. With that being said, everybody, have a wonderful session. We'll see you a little bit later on the charts.